we have a political portion of the Mazeppa show, the serious portion, because all of our lives are in danger. And we need the proper candidate. And we have a candidate that is very proper. Would you come forward and step forward, please? How are you, sir? It's very glad to meet you, Dr. Mazeppa. Can I have your, picking him up? Can I have your name, please? No, you cannot have my name, nor my party affiliation, and I'm going to tell you why. I think that the voters of Oklahoma have got enough sense, enough horse sense in this day and age to vote on a candidate on the issues, not on the faith, not on the party affiliation, not on the recommendation by so-called, which can prominent citizens. I'm going to tell you this. This is a surprise tactic. In politics, the best weapon a candidate has is the element of surprise. And by not giving my name, my opponent will not know he's got somebody running against him. Build up a false sense of security. When the voters go to the polls, they'll cast their vote. They don't know who I am. They could be voting for me and not even know it. Now, I don't want to drag my family into it. That's why I decided to wear a mask. Politics is a dirty business. But I'll tell you this, any of these so-called Oklahoma politicians that want to come on this show and try and take off this mask, I'll say, welcome to it. Come on, I don't care who you are. I'm ready to take you on. But I challenge you next week to be on this show for a debate and a sick of those letters. The people I hadn't been sending out have been sending out can come on this show and try and take this mask off of me. I tell you, when election time comes, the voters are going to know who to vote for. Take it easy, hard guy. I'm sick of you people in the liberal press. Bad-mouthing people, honest people want to come and run for political office. They're taking away your congressman. They're selling it out. New York is losing a congressman. Sure, the Yankees are, but those Trumps in California are getting your congressman. I heard it on the news today. Why are they getting it? That's what I want to know. Who's getting your congressman? You're just willing to give it up, elect the same old politician, go on the same yellow dog, vote that party slate. Well, I'm sick of it, and I think the voters of Oklahoma are sick of it. Thank you, Mr. I'm not through yet. I'm tired of being pushed around. You press people aren't going to push me around. I'm going to talk to you a little bit. Get this thing out here about the issues. Thank you, Mr. Mystery. The issues of Oklahoma. Hold on. All right. Friends, let's talk a little about those issues of Oklahoma. Get out of here. Friends, the black folks don't want it. The white folks don't want it. I don't want it either. But I'd like to ask you one thing. What is it? If anybody out there has got any idea what it is, write in. Let me know. Because I want to be on your side on this, just like I'm on your side on all these issues. And I think when election day comes, you're going to remember me, and you're going to teach these people a lesson. These people in Oklahoma have been dipping into your pocketbooks for years and years. These same old faces. You're tired of. Yeah, that's right. Playing far. Well, thank you, Mr. Mystery. Right? How are you, Mr. Mystery? Everybody see a handshake? No fish handshake, but a firm grip. Mr. Mystery has. I'll verify that. And of course, here's your button. White face increases readership. The slogan, well known, loved so well. And now, Mr. Mystery, what do you have for us this evening? Say, fella, little fella, would you want to come up here? You're new around here, aren't you? Have you not proper showbiz etiquette with your back to the camera? You're not exactly American, are you? Not exactly American. Larry, want to come over here and take care of this one? Sure. All right, it's brought in from Dallas. He wants to take you for a little ride. You'll enjoy the countryside. Maybe you can ride Zingo. We'll see you around. Boys, Poppy, as you well know, I remember. Hey! I don't play that. It's sex education. I've said that I'm willing to speak out on any issues, and one of the most prominent issues we have is sex education. Golly! In the school. People say it's a controversial you, how do you stand on it? I'll say I'm for sex education in the schools if they'll stop telling those lies, those bald-faced, pardon me ladies, bald-faced lies about sex education. Now my staff artist, Marty's good art, has prepared this little sketch for me. You'll be able to see what they've been teaching your children in the school. Take a look at this. Lies about sex education. Here is the well-known stork. That's almost ludicrous. They claim they're telling your children that the stork comes flying in with the little baby, delivers it in your home down the chimney. Well, this is absurd. There are children that have never even seen a stork, and as you well know, very few houses have chimneys. We have people living in multiple family dwellings. How do they explain that? They just go right over it, don't they? Well, what I'm about to tell you now is the way sex education should be taught in the schools. And here you'll see it. The truth about sex education. The stork, this may be shocking to some of you, delivers the babies direct to the hospital, dropping them right down the baby chute. Well, any fool knows that. Now I want to talk a little bit about my opponent. He's not here again this week. He hadn't been on the show. I've asked him to come on, debate me anything. He's afraid to come, and I'm going to tell you why he's afraid to come. One of the reasons is because my opponent is a bedwetter. You heard me right? A bedwetter. Golly! I'm going to have to proofread some of your material. What do you think about that? I think, well, I don't know. Have you got that's quite an inflammatory remark, if you want to know the truth. Yes, it is. Have you talked to him about it? Yes, and it's not true. But I'd like to hear him come on the show and deny it. But I'll tell you a little something else. People like what I stand for. Do you stand for flag, motherhood, apple pie, and those things? I certainly do, and I'm going to tell you about my opponent and where he stands. His mother, he has put his mother in a nursing home. My mother, when she got sick, we didn't put her in a nursing home. We didn't shut her up in some lonely upstairs room. We had her cast in bronze, and she's standing in front of Lanier Elementary School on Harvard. For any of you go right by, you can take a look at her. Oh, see. No. Well, I've got to run along now. I've got some personal appearances to make. Thank you, Mr. Mystery. That's everyone. I understand you've had a pretty good response on those songs. Sure have. Right. Send in your campaign songs to me, Mazeppa, right here. For Mr. Mystery, we're going to sing them, read them on the air. Stay tuned now back to that fantastic taco movie. I'm going to read a little bit of what was sent in this week to Mazeppa from some of Mazeppa's loyal friends. This particular loyal fan and friend is Randy Johnson in Springdale, Arkansas. I happen to know Randy. And Randy, I hope you're well. But Randy sent this in. This is Mr. Mystery theme song. Now, we've been asking for Mr. Mystery. Some of them aren't even, can't even read them on the air. But after this week, we're going to start reading them on the air, no matter how bad they are. But this one is particularly good, and I think I'd like to share it with you right now, if I might. And it's to the tune of Lucky Lindy. Mr. Mystery, he's quite a guy. He's so crafty, shifty, and sly. Fearless, handsome and cow. The covered up face will stand out in the crowd. Mr. Mystery, he's quite a guy. He will look you straight in the eye. Weak-kneed redneck, he'll do the trick. The kind of a son makes a mother get sick. Mr. Mystery, he'll see us through. If there's no one else, he will do. Mr. Mystery, vote for him today. For Hargoons, his Hargoons will make you pay. Thank you, Randy. Well, Mr. Mystery knows what to do. So long, Randy, old buddy. Nice knowing you. We're going to have Mr. Mystery here tonight, folks, and he's here right now. So, if you'll kindly direct your attention to the curious-looking fellow, for those with color sets, red coat, hi, Mr. Mystery, orange and black hat. Good to be here again. Nice to see you again. Let's go to what? Campaign. Sure. Well, we'll talk about something on that order just a minute. White space increases readership, as you know, is our campaign. We were running out of material, Look in some of this. We've got about 10,000 of these left over. This little doll did have a white space, about 2. It doesn't anymore. What do you think of that? Not bad. Well, they make good fly swatters. Here's one now. Incidentally, did he ever find work? I don't think he did, no. What I want to talk about tonight is people wrote in about that little talk on sex education. They wanted to know about family planning. Yes, they also wanted to know why you're on the show. No, I want to tell you about family planning. I'd like to hear about it. I'm all for it. We've got a burial lot over at Oak Grove Cemetery. My grandfather, grandmother, and 2 maiden aunts are buried there. We got a plot there for my wife and my kids, Sonny, Honey, and even my foster son, Foster. And if you're interested in the burial plot, why don't you talk to me after the show? Let's raise a little money on my side. Perhaps I will be, not right now. Well, I could be. I don't know. Do you want me to be interested? How interested do you want me to be? How interested are you? Well, you don't want your diet. We're dying out here. You don't want your diet. Oh, my diet? That's right. Don't talk about that. If you don't want your diet, you're going to have to be interested in burial space. Well, I understand you had a... I'm interested in it, but not for the same reason you are. I understand you had a few questions about world affairs. Yes, I did. About the East, Mid-East. Right. The East and Mid-East. Well, what's your question? What about the East and Mid-East? Well, I'll tell you what about the East and the Mid-East. I think we'd be better off if we'd solve the entire eastern seaboard, let it float out to the Atlantic Ocean and sink down. I'm sick of those Yankee carpetbaggers coming into this state trying to run for political office, and I'm sick of these local politicians sending their kids to these hippie eastern schools coming back with these ideas. I'll tell you, if I'm elected, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make every turnpike in this state one way going out of the state. The way we'll get away from any of these Yankees, any of these I can't see through this. Carpetbaggers coming into this state. Well, that's fine, Mr. Mystery, but one of these... And you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. I don't smoke. Thank you, Mr. Mystery. What a sourpuss. I want to quit having that jerk on the show. All he does is stir up a stink. Thank you, Dr. Papazzardi. I see all the media here today. Yes, we have quite a few. People came down to see the speakeasy singers, and they kind of, just as well, because I'm going to make a one-time offer to you Oklahoma voters out there. Very good. 80% of the problems in Oklahoma today are caused by these jerks right here. Your governor, your lieutenant governor, your United States congressmen, your state senators, your state representatives, and your local officials. The other 20%, I never thought of it like that. Well, here at the Zeppo show, we've done away with that 80%. Figuratively speaking, of course. And I'm going to offer this challenge to every elected official in the state of Oklahoma. Come November 3rd, Election Day, winner take all. There'll be one winner, there'll be one office in the state of Oklahoma. Clear your throat. Now, if you out there, if you liberal politicians and you big fat farm boys that have been serving have got any guts, you'll take a chance on this one. Winner take all. That's right. One official in the state of Oklahoma. Now, you teenagers out there can help me on this. You remember in the primary, our campaign, white space increases readership. Right. Keep my name out of it, because that could cost me votes. People could vote for me, not even know they'd be voting for me. They don't know my name, they don't know my party. Well, kids, between now and November 3rd, I want to get you on those phones. You call up these voters, ring them up, and when they answer, you don't say nothing. You just hang up on them. Now listen, this is addressed to a small minority of you that will work in the in the primary campaign. On that phone campaign, when you were calling them up, not saying anything, that heavy breathing costs us some votes. So no more of that heavy breathing, just hang right up. Well, that's Mr. Game. That's very, of course, that's very good. Is this your nose here? I've told you this before, and I've told these other officials. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm sick of the way the state of Oklahoma's been running. I'm stuck. Get these other states around here. I think it's so down. But I tell you, when I get elected, there's going to be some sorry people in this state. And those things are going to be you fat bankers. The rest of you people, you can't play other people in the liberal media. You will get on your state, but we'll have our day. All right, now. Lord, see. Well, wait a minute. You was a snappy dresser before all that. Dimitri! A firm handshake. You know, probably a firm foot shake. I don't know. Mr. Dimitri, I turn the program for this remaining time over to you, except for, of course, a couple breaks down there for the movie. Voters of Oklahoma, as you know, the election is only a few days away. Well, I'd like to address this message to a small minority here in Oklahoma. I've said a lot about the big politicians. I've said a lot about the political machines. And now I want to talk about the minority group. The minority group I want to talk about is you voters out there with an IQ of over 95. Now, I know there are not many of you, but I hope you'll support me. You've been writing in, and I know they're intelligent viewers because they ask about important issues like crime in the street, like the drug problem. I want to talk to you first about crime in the street. Stay off the street! The number one cause of crime is victims. If you were not walking the street, you wouldn't have anything to complain about now, would you? Why don't you use your head? Hey, the streets are loaded with criminals just waiting for victims. You're playing right to their hands. Stay off the street. As far as the drug problem is concerned, what are you parents? What are you educators? Bring men. Ask me about the drug problem. You're saying, I'm worried about the drug problem in Oklahoma. What should I do? Well, I'll tell you what to do. Why don't you have a few drinks, take a couple of tranquilizers or a sleeping pill and go to sleep. Forget about it. Sleep it off. Now, in one last message before I have to run along, I've got a lot of personal appearances to make. Under the new no-knock law, I'll be visiting you voters in a series of startling dawn raids around 4 and 5 in the morning. But I want to tell you a little bit about my campaign. Now, the theme throughout has been white space increases readership. Well, some of these voters just plain haven't been getting the message. So I'm going to go out tonight and tomorrow night and do a little campaigning. I'll probably be right on your front porch. And when you wake up the morning after Halloween, you'll know that Mr. Mystery has been there because your yard is going to be full of white space increases readership. Get the message, voters.